Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm continuing a walk. This is the second part, or the second video of a two-parter. I'm walking up to Morgan Hill from Calstone Wellington. In the first part, I started at the church and I walked up through the farmers' fields, through a little bit of monoculture, up to this Roman road. A Roman road, which I'm not sure where it goes. I guess that must be westwards. This is eastwards, going back towards Overton Hill, the Sanctuary on the Ridgeway, and West Kennet Longbarrow, and it meets up again with the A4. And probably was a much earlier route than the Romans had, but they would have improved it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a look at my map shortly, but I'm continuing up Morgan Hill to look at the transmitter towers, which I observed in a previous video when I went to the Lansdowne monument, which is back that way. But I've got to go through this gate first of all and clamber up to the transmitters, so let's do that. It says here that this is the Roman road is actually part of the White Horse Trail, so we may go and do that. It's a very long trail. Don't know how long it is, but if you look on the OS map, it seems to go on forever, and presumably it passes a number of these white horses which you see in Wiltshire. So got to clamber up this hill first of all. I've just come off the path here onto this bank, and it's festooned in colour. Absolutely incredible. I've never seen so many wonderful wildflowers just growing on the bank. We don't have this in Sussex. This little area is just so stunningly beautiful. I'm being careful where I put my feet, and being so delicate. There's a little snail here, tiny little snail here. There's just hundreds and hundreds. It's just, oh my goodness. Cannot tell you the excitement of seeing this. It's as if someone scattered seeds here and grown them specially, but this must be wild and natural, protected part of the landscape, and I hope forever. This is what W.H. Hudson and Richard Jefferies and Edward Thomas and the others were writing about when they walked on the downs. This beautiful carpet of rich colour and flowers and springy turf. It's just awe-inspiring. Right, we have arrived at another gate. And this is it does actually say on this sign here, Nature Reserve. The wildflowers were just awesome, but it's such a tiny, tiny little, tiny piece. All of this was like that, and we have allowed them. The government has paid for farmers to plough it up from the 1920s and the 40s onwards, and it's just sacrilege. It is just sacrilege. Anyway, there are these tiny areas that still contain the beauty that was once our heritage, that our ancestors, and not so long ago, just enjoyed and lived. And the environment is, that's, you know, our existence as humans is about exactly that. Ahead of me are the towers on Morgan Hill, broadcast towers. These are more landmarks that you see from miles around. You get your bearings from those, that and the Lansdowne Tower, or obelisk. Obelisk is the word I was looking for last time. This is terrific, beautiful. Bit more wildflowers on the edge here, and then this, I think, has just been mown. One of the other terrible things is sheep. I was saying this to Glastonbury Gabriel, and I was hearing this on Facebook. A farmer was posting a pile of their fleeces from their farm that they dumped, got rid of, burnt some of them, because it's more expensive to shear the fleeces than anyone will pay for. And yet, those fleeces is what made England what it was. The wool merchants, the weavers' houses. This whole Calne itself was based on, its success was based on wool. And now it's worthless. It's worthless. How is that possible in our sophisticated world today? That the thing that was responsible for pasture, for continuing this landscape as it was for our generations of ancestors, and the enjoyment of the species-rich pasture land of sheep that would nibble at this, that cattle that would eat this and give our food nutrients and make us well and healthy. How is it that we've done this artificial intensifying farming and obliterated the countryside with monoculture and this spring barley, one crop, no animals, no birds, no insects? How has that happened? This is an ancient land, this is an ancient landscape, got more of this beautiful wildflowers around me, and there's this dike, this large ditch here on the top of the hill, Morgan's Hill. I'm going to look in the map in a minute and just see if it's labelled as anything. Clearly man-made, it's in a straight line. And on the other side here, I don't know what that signifies. I will look, and then ahead of me, this rather impressive clump of trees. I wonder if they're beech trees. If you can see, this dike goes all along here. I've looked it up. It's called the Wansdyke Path. On the map it tells me that. I don't know anything about it, so and I've just looked for some internet, but there's no internet up here, although there's two dirty great big transmitters there, so that's really strange. So I'll put something on the screen, but I'm going to go up and have a look at these amazing clump of trees, which is just in front of me. It's like a Chantonbury ring. I'm inside the trees. The wind is getting up. This is Furze Knoll. I've just looked on the map, Furze Knoll. It's a, well, it's a knoll with a whole load of, yeah, beech trees. Amazingly. Must have obviously been planted here. I wondered if it was a hill fort or something like that. It wouldn't surprise me if it had been of some description, and it also wouldn't surprise me if it was used for all sorts of unusual rituals. It's so high up and we get a view all the way around. It looks like some of it was being mined here. If I just come down over here, there's this great big drop. So I'm guessing there's some chalk. If I raise the camera down there, you can see there's trails here that people on bikes clearly come up here and enjoy it and utilize it, which is a bit of a shame, but I have it to myself, which is rather magnificent. Wind is getting up now and I've got to go back. I'm just going through this field up to the trig. Has to be done. There's another buzzard or kite or something flying in the sky beyond me, but what can you do? And here it is, up to the trig point. Always good to bag a trig if you see one. This is number S2501. And there it is. Fantastic. Beautiful landscape. I've got to come back another day. Here you get the 360 degrees. It's absolutely incredible. I just love it. Right. Get back to the field before the farmer comes, because I'm not sure. Couldn't see a path to the trig, but it was just a quick walk across the field. Thank you so much if you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, support what I do, and I'll see you on the next one. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.